Why did the entire courtroom freeze when my foster brother finally showed them the box? My parents sat me down the night before he arrived. The agency says he makes up stories, dangerous lies about good families. They've placed him 4 times and every placement sends him back within months. I was 16 and didn't want another foster kid sleeping in my room, especially one who ruined families for fun. Then Damon walked through our door clutching a shoebox like it contained his heart. He was 12 years old with bruises under his sleeves he thought nobody noticed. The social worker handed my mom a thick folder, documentation of his false allegations, every family he'd accused. I watched Damon's eyes track that folder like it was a loaded weapon pointed at his chest. Damon didn't talk for the first 2 weeks. He ate like someone might snatch his plate. He showered with the door locked and came out with his dirty clothes already in the hamper so nobody would see them. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. and found him sitting by the window just staring at the street, waiting for someone. When I asked who, he flinched so hard he knocked over the lamp. Nobody. I'm not making things up. I didn't ask again, but I started watching him more carefully after that. He kept that shoebox under his mattress. Sometimes I'd hear him open it at night and whisper something before closing it again. When my mom tried to wash his jacket, he screamed like she was hurting him. There was something sewn into the lining. He made her promise not to touch it. 3 months in, Damon started trusting us. He laughed at my dad's terrible jokes. He helped my mom in the garden. He told me about books he loved and asked if he could borrow mine. Then a man named Gerald Whitmore filed a civil suit against my parents for harboring a delinquent who had defamed his family's good name. Gerald had fostered Damon for 18 months before us. The lawsuit claimed Damon had invented abuse allegations that damaged Gerald's reputation and business. My parents hired a lawyer. Gerald's attorney painted Damon as a pathological liar, a disturbed child who destroyed everyone who tried to help him. The judge ordered a hearing to determine if Damon should be removed from our home. The courtroom was small and cold. Gerald sat with his wife and their lawyer. Both of them smiled at Damon like he was a lost pet. "We missed you, buddy." Gerald's voice dripped with sweetness. "You know we only want what's best for you." Damon grabbed my arm under the table. His whole body was shaking. Gerald's lawyer presented the evidence. 4 families, 4 sets of allegations, all dismissed as fabrications from a troubled child. The pattern speaks for itself. This boy cannot be trusted. Gerald nodded sadly. "We tried so hard with him." The judge turned to Damon and asked if he wanted to respond. Gerald leaned back in his chair. "Go ahead, son. Tell another story." Damon stood up slowly. He walked to the front of the courtroom carrying the shoebox. Gerald's smile flickered. Damon opened the box and pulled out a stack of photographs, Polaroids dated and labeled in a child's handwriting. His own bruises documented over 18 months. Timestamps matching hospital records Gerald claimed were accidents. Then Damon pulled out a digital recorder from the jacket lining. He pressed play. Gerald's voice filled the courtroom. "Nobody believes foster kids. You can tell them whatever you want. They'll believe me. I've done this before." Gerald lunged across the table. His lawyer grabbed him. The judge called for order. Damon kept playing recordings, threats, admissions, instructions on how to lie about injuries. Gerald's wife started crying, not for Damon, for herself. The judge's face went white as she realized what she was hearing. Gerald screamed that the recordings were fake, that Damon had manipulated everything, but his hands were shaking and his voice cracked, and everyone in that room could see the mask finally falling off. Gerald lost the lawsuit, then he lost his foster license, then he lost his freedom when 3 other former foster children came forward with their own evidence. The day my parents officially adopted Damon, I helped him unpack that shoebox for the last time. At the bottom was a photograph of himself at age 8, smiling before Gerald. He taped it to our bedroom wall,